One of the greatest heavyweights of all time. Listen, he's unbelievable. What he's come back from, incredible. I've said that I think Jake Paul is better than some fighters, but I don't believe you will ever get close to being a world-class fighter.
No, I don't think anybody's expecting anything from Jake Paul. Like, he's fighting an Olympic gold medalist, two-time heavyweight champion of the world.
Eddie Hearn didn't hold back. This time, he unleashed a brutal reality check for Jake Paul on the Piers Morgan show, and the world watched as the YouTube star's confidence was stripped away, piece by piece. From the moment Jake walked onto the stage, beating his chest like a self-declared heavyweight conqueror, Hearn dismantled every illusion he carried. Jake talked, boasted, flexed, and acted like—
Seriously, I'm being serious. I think there's absolutely no way he can beat a world champion and become world champion. But I will say he's improving a lot. He's dedicated to the sport. I don't know how good he is because he hasn't really faced a real fighter yet.
He had already earned a seat at the heavyweight table, but Hearn wasn't buying a second of it. Instead, he laughed, openly, at the idea of Jake belonging anywhere near true elite competition. And when you compare him to someone like Anthony Joshua, that laughter becomes a savage warning. Jake Paul isn't just out of his depth. He's drowning before the bell even rings.
It's not a joke. I'm knocking out the best of the best, beating all of these people time in and time again. And it's about time that you old heads and all these fucking boxers who think they know about the sport
strutted onto Piers Morgan's set as if he had conquered boxing itself. His chest puffed out, his voice booming with false bravado. He talked about smashing elite fighters as if this was his domain. But Hearn saw right through it. He exposed the delusion, the overconfidence, and the fantasy Jake has built around himself. Because the cold truth is simple. Jake Paul has never stepped in.
Knowing what Anthony Joshua is a specialist at, he's a specialist at putting knuckles through your fucking brain, and that's what he's going to try to do.
Into the deep end. Not once. Not against someone with real pedigree, real skill, or real danger. And the moment he steps across from Anthony Joshua, all that bravado evaporates. When real power touches him, real heavyweight championship power, the entire illusion—
Jake will definitely knock him out. Because, don't get it wrong, Jake's smart, and Jake does have the power. If he can catch him first, he knows if he can catch AJ first, he can get AJ out. But he don't catch AJ first. He's like, ain't gonna—
illusion collapses instantly. This isn't just a warning, it's a full-blown reality check. Jake Paul is walking straight into a storm he cannot handle. Legends, champions, analysts, and every fighter with a shred of experience are saying the same thing. Jake Paul's power means nothing.
Is there a script? Yeah, there is a script. We come out and try and knock him out, clean out, cold. I think AJ is just completely focused on the fight, like it was a world championship fight, like it was a world championship contender. We couldn't be taking it more seriously. Is there a script? Yeah, there is a script. We come out and try and knock him out, clean out, cold.
Against a seasoned, disciplined, elite heavyweight machine like Anthony Joshua. Jake's resume is filled with padding, controversies, and opponents with nowhere near the skill or threat level of a true heavyweight lion. Even the dream of catching AJ early is nothing more than fantasy. This is not social media hype. This is real boxing.
AJ. It's about AJ's mentality when he walks in. It's about his hunger when he walks in. It's about his professionalism when he walks in. And it's about lifting it, making sure his A game is there regardless of the level that's in front of him. So we're all going to be watching AJ.
Real danger, real consequences. And in this world, Jake Paul gets exposed. Eddie Hearn didn't sugarcoat a single word. He made it clear that Jake Paul is a goner before the opening bell even sounds. AJ's focus is absolute. Total commitment, total discipline.
Is there a script? Yeah, there is a script. We come out and try and knock him out, clean out, cold. I think AJ is just completely focused on the fight, like it was a world championship fight, like it was a world championship contender. We couldn't be taking it more seriously. Is there a script? Yeah, there is a script. We come out and try and knock him out, clean out.
Total destruction. Joshua is treating this fight like a championship war, while Jake Paul is still playing influencer fighter. I'm still clinging to social media hype, and still believing that internet popularity equals ring credibility. It doesn't. And the script for this fight is brutal. Jake Paul isn't walking out of that ring clean. He's walking out humiliated, demolished, and exposed. Jake Paul is a puppy in a lion's den. AJ's hunger, intelligence, timing, and skill make him untouchable. While Jake yaps on Instagram, Joshua is mastering every second, every punch, act.
It's about AJ's mentality when he walks in. It's about his hunger when he walks in. It's about his professionalism when he walks in. It's about lifting it, making sure his A game is there regardless of the level that's in front of him. So we're all going to be watching AJ, not
Every angle. This fight isn't entertainment. It's a masterclass. And Jake Paul is stepping into it as nothing more than bait. AJ doesn't need brute force. He doesn't need wild aggression. He doesn't need to take unnecessary risks. He is a complete fighter, disciplined, calculated, and technically brilliant. He will pick Jake apart piece by piece. Jake's career, built on padded matchmaking and hype, means nothing here. Every feint, every trap, every tactical move Joshua sets will expose and embarrass Jake. This is not a YouTube boxing stage.
I'm not dependent on punch power, you know. You know what, it takes a lot more than that to be a great fighter. A lot more than that to be a great fighter, so there's various ways I'll win. I got the fighter spirit, and that's how I'll go.
It is a battlefield, and one misstep can ruin Jake Paul's career overnight. Johnny Nelson sees it clearly. AJ's mindset alone makes him untouchable in this matchup. Jake Paul isn't even in the same universe. Nelson compares Jake to a puppy barking outside a lion's cage, and he's right. Jake can bark, brag, talk tough on podcasts, but none of that helps when intelligence, timing, and heavyweight power collide with his inexperience. Jake Paul has never faced a real challenge, not a real threat, not a real
YouTube rules.
I'm gonna go with you, because you can't go past 5 rounds with this kid. He has to go past 1 round or 2 rounds. Past beyond 4 or 5 rounds, you know, people are gonna be doubting you as a fighter himself. So he has to smoke him out like what he did Francis Ngannou.
Heavyweight. And stepping into this fight exposes his entire career for what it is, a carefully crafted illusion. By the end of the first round, fans worldwide will realize Jake Paul isn't a fighter. He's an act, a performer, an influencer playing boxer until reality finally hits him square in the jaw. Anthony Joshua makes it terrifyingly clear that this fight isn't about brute strength. It's about dismantling Jake Paul scientifically, strategically, and mercilessly. Jake's career of inflated hype dissolves instantly under real heavyweight mastery. Every trap, every angle,
Him on track.
But he knows the kid.
every combination AJ throws will highlight just how outmatched Jake is. This is not a competitive matchup. It's a technical dissection. By fight night, Jake Paul becomes the puppet. AJ becomes the puppeteer. Derek Chisora doesn't mince words either. He compares Jake Paul to a small dog trying to survive in a heavyweight jungle, an analogy that might be generous. Chisora predicts Jake lasts only a few rounds, if that. One clean combination from AJ and Jake's hype, theatrics, and social media bravado collapse instantly. Jake's career becomes exposed as shallow.
Harsh reality.
Chuck overhand right to AJ, figured that out a long time ago. The shot that he got caught with against Andy Ruiz in New York, I was there for it, and the shot kept whistling by me.
Inflated and padded. This isn't a challenge. It's a public execution of his fabricated reputation. Fans will watch him scramble and panic, while AJ remains calm, dominant, and ruthless. Duke McKenzie adds to the demolition. According to him, Jake Paul is clueless without proper guidance. He needs constant correction, constant reminders, constant babysitting in the ring. And if the wrong people are removed from Jake's corner now, disaster is inevitable. Jake isn't a natural boxer. He's a student who still struggles with basic fundamentals.
Punches start landing.
I actually believe he's better than what people think he is.
He is better than people think he is, but doesn't mean you can take on the former unified heavyweight champion of the world. I know some white collar fighters who are really good, but you ain't getting in with me, and I'm 40.
McKenzie exposes the truth. Without experienced handlers pulling the strings, Jake would trip over his own gloves. David Hay says what everyone else is thinking. Jake Paul isn't close to elite level, he's barely mid-level. He needs a flawless performance just to survive against a real fighter. His hype is built on moments, highlight clips, and social media illusions, not consistency, discipline, or genuine ring IQ. Hay warns that Jake's motivation is shaky, his composure inconsistent, and his skill limited. Against any serious fighter, he's toast. Against Anthony Joshua, he's a walking knockout waiting to happen. Tony Bellew joins in, roasting Jake Paul without hesitation. Bellew, at 42 years old, insists he could still wipe Jake out without breaking a sweat, and most fans agree. Bellew mocks Jake's whiskers off.
A real contender.
He hits harder than people expect, I think. I think a lot of people, obviously, they pick up on his boxing and how good of a boxer he is, but...
Your chin level of fragility, explaining that hype won't protect him when real punches start landing. Jake isn't ready for this level of competition. He's out of his depth, and Bellew's blunt warning is a reality check the world can't ignore. David Adelier brings the hammer home. AJ's power, he says, is the silent assassin Jake Paul never prepared for. These aren't the type of punches Jake is used to seeing on YouTube cards or influencer events. These are heavyweight detonations, timed, precise, and devastating. Jake has never faced someone with Joshua's combination of IQ, experience, and knockout power in both hands. Adelaide predicts that the truth will hit Jake in round 1. Literally. Adam Smith emphasizes that AJ can end this fight whenever he wants. Quick knockout? Easy. Slow and painful dismantling? Even easier. Jake's bravado, TikTok clips, and hype
in front of the world.
AJ should win whenever he wants to win. But will he want to win early? Will he want to get some rounds in, being inactive?
Mean nothing here. This is a mismatch disguised as a main event. 14 months of rest hasn't made AJ rusty. It's made him sharper, hungrier, more calculating. Jake Paul is walking into a nightmare, and he doesn't even realize it yet. Don Charles questions how this fight even exists. How did Jake Paul, a YouTube-made boxer, end up standing across from a world-class heavyweight like Anthony Joshua? It's a mismatch that makes the entire boxing world raise an eyebrow. Jake is a hype-driven amateur with zero elite experience. Joshua is a trained, polished, battle-tested machine. Even if Jake survives a few rounds, the structural cracks in his career will be exposed brutally. This fight isn't for Jake's glory. It's the harsh demonstration of skill versus gimmick. Carl Froch doesn't hold back either. He calls Jake Paul a one-trick pony and predicts AJ could fit
between reality and hype.
I'm surprised at that because you just wouldn't put Jake Paul in the same ring as Anthony Joshua, surely. But if it's for real, then it's for real. May the best man win. And I know who. Come on, gosh, this is like
finish him in a single round. Jake's social media hype crumbles under real technique, real distance management, real timing, and real power. Jake lost to Tommy Fury. Fury isn't even a top contender. This is Anthony Joshua, a former unified heavyweight world champion. The gulf in ability is massive. Froch predicts fans will witness Jake panicking, overextending, and making amateur mistakes the moment the pressure hits. Devin Haney seals the verdict. Jake Paul, he says, is taking on a fight no reasonable fighter would accept. The risks are catastrophic. AJ's power, timing, experience, and intelligence make this not a challenge, but a bad decision. A very bad decision. Jake's padded career and influencer background offer him zero help now. This isn't theatrics, it's survival. And Haney warns that Jake will be crushed by the reality of a
boxing sensation.
What should happen? This is a one-round job because AJ, even though he's past his best, even though he's seen better days, he throws a nice 1-2 down the middle. He's got a nice bit of distance, and fake Paul can't fight. He just can't. I don't care what anybody tells me. He can't.
Elite competition. Every voice in boxing echoes the same conclusion. Jake Paul has bitten off more than he can chew. He's a social media-made fighter trying to survive in a heavyweight jungle. Anthony Joshua is a proven champion, a machine with experience, skill, timing, intelligence, and devastating power. Every prediction points to the same outcome. Jake's hype will crumble. His padded resume will be exposed. His illusions will be shattered. The world is watching. Don't blink. Because this fight might end faster than anyone expects. If you think Jake Paul can survive this storm, drop your predictions below and smash that like button if you're ready for AJ to dominate.